Karthik was a seasoned software professional. He had over 10 years of experience in the tech industry. Just 6 months ago, he was working as an engineering lead at a well-known software company. He came from a humble, small-town Indian middle-class family, and like many of us, he was ambitious, driven, and grounded. Throughout his career, Karthik was known for being efficient, friendly, and genuinely helpful. He earned the respect of everyone, peers, juniors, and his managers. His easygoing nature made him well-liked across the board. Over time, his solid performance and strong technical skills helped him build an excellent reputation. He became one of the key contributors to the company, and the company recognized his efforts through awards, timely promotions, and constant appreciation. It felt like he was on a fast-track career path, and he truly believed he was in it for the long haul. But as they say, not every day is the same. In today's fast-changing corporate world, surprises often come uninvited. And for Karthik, one such surprise was about to unfold. A new director joined the company, and Karthik was asked to report directly to him. At first, it felt like just another shift in the reporting structure. But things quickly took a different turn. The new manager, he was toxic. He micromanaged everything. He was dismissive, self-centered, and completely disrespectful. For no clear reason, he simply didn't like Karthik. He kept doubting his work, ignored his years of contribution, and even humiliated him in meetings. Within just a month, Karthik was fired. It was a painful shock. He had given years of his life to the company. He never saw it coming. But instead of falling apart, Karthik decided to move forward. Karthik updated his resume, started applying to new roles, and got ready for a fresh start. That's when something interesting started happening. While interviewing with different companies, Karthik began to notice a pattern. When he applied to foreign tech companies, whether product-based, service-based, or banking captives, the interviews were challenging, but fair. They were well-structured, they followed a process, and most importantly, they were relevant to the job. Interviewers asked real-world questions about system design, problem-solving, coding, and behavioral scenarios. Most importantly, they were respectful, collaborative, and professional. But interviews at Indian IT companies, especially Indian origin service firms, felt completely different. Even during scheduling, things seemed unplanned and careless. Recruiters often didn't share the job description. Sometimes they didn't explain the process, and communication was poor at best. The interviews themselves? Worse. Most interviewers kept their cameras off, but insisted the candidate should turn theirs on. The questions were highly theoretical, almost like they were expecting textbook definitions, not real-world experience. At times, it felt like they were just Googling questions during the call. There were hardly any scenario-based or hands-on questions, and the topics jumped around wildly, from DevOps to QA to pre-sales to architecture, all in one single round. Worst of all, when Karthik didn't know the answer to something. Some interviewers mocked him. A few even questioned his resume. One person even implied his experience might be fake. It was exhausting, not because he didn't get selected, but because of how the entire process made him feel. Disrespected, dismissed, dehumanized. But Karthik didn't give up. He stayed strong. He kept applying. He kept showing up. Then one day he got a call for an interview with a rising e-commerce startup. Karthik was excited. He had always enjoyed the energy and learning culture of startups. They felt dynamic, fresh, and full of possibilities. As part of the interview process, Karthik was given a coding assignment. The task was to create a simple messaging component, end-to-end, using a specific tech stack and libraries. Once completed, he He had to deploy it to a sandbox environment and submit both the live link and the source code for review. Karthik gave it his best. He worked through the weekend, finished the task on time, and shared everything as requested. Then, silence. Days passed. No update. After 2 weeks, he followed up with the recruiter. The response? A polite rejection. No feedback, no discussion. Just a thank you for your time. Karthik took it gracefully. He moved on. But a few days later, just out of curiosity, while he was browsing the startup's website, he froze. There it was. His component. Live. In production. The exact same design, layout, even the font. He checked again. It was unmistakable. His work, used without permission, without acknowledgement, without a job. He reached out to the recruiter for an explanation. They deflected, avoided a direct answer, and eventually blocked his number. It was clear. He was cheated. This was really disheartening and soul-crushing. That moment broke something in him. After months of struggling, this was the last straw. Karthik had been patient, resilient, professional. But now he had to draw the line. He said, enough is enough. And he created his own interview rulebook. Here are Karthik's rules. Rule 1. No interview unless the job description is clear. Rule 2. No interview unless the entire process and the purpose of each round are shared in advance. Rule 3. No camera on, unless the interviewer turns theirs on first. Rule 4. If the interview goes off topic, he would politely bring it back on track. And Rule 5. No code artifacts to be shared during interviews, whatsoever. That's it. Simple, but powerful. That was Karthik's story. What do you think about his rulebook? Would you do the same? Have you faced anything similar in your interview journey? Let us know in the comments, or email your story to workwire18@gmail.com. And if this story resonated with you, please like the video, share it with a friend, and subscribe to our channel for more real stories from the tech world.